We are live
How do we know
now
that?
because it says so. You don't see it in yours.
Yeah, it says that we're checked in, but we
All
can't
right.
see people. How are we supposed to see questions and stuff if people are going to interact with us?
I'm gonna be real. I don't actually know. I'm
If
gonna
you
keep
are
it
in here on
1,000.
time, oh no, oh there we
No,
go. We
nobody
can
in here
see that
yet.
little
Yeah, you can see who.
eyeball.
Yeah, you can see if they might in
All
here
right.
yet. So we could wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we still figuring things out. Come holla at your girl. We're
Let's see.
gonna
You
get
got
one
any?
eyeball and be like, yo, what up, what up, what
Right, right. we got two people
Oh,
watching. Hey,
oh
hey, hey.
snap! What it is, what it do?
Appreciate
I don't
y'all.
know who it is.
We just giving it a minute so we can let everybody get in who's gonna get in, if they gonna get in.
If they get in, we appreciate you for being here on
All
time.
day, all day, all day. Yeah. You can't see nothing on yours in terms of like,
I
hold
can't
on.
see who it is. Oh, what are you looking for?
Let me see. Actually, I think you can see like post a comment.
Oh, can we see comments?
Live
Can
viewers.
can
Yeah,
some?
comments
Oh, we
show
got
up in the
number
stream. Yeah.
3. How do you see the
All right,
comments?
all right. You don't see it on the right on your joint? Oh,
Oh,
Mike's in.
hello, husband. That's all
That's
right.
funny. Yeah, you can see it in there. Cool, cool, cool.
Oh my gosh,
I
this
will
is
give
really
it.
happening.
He's so cheesy.
Oh, Jamie.
Amy
Oh,
in there too.
Amy. Hey, hey, girl.
She's funny. That's my wife. Amy. Yeah, you know what I'm
You better
saying?
shout her
Hold it
out.
down. You already know. Amy Brown, you know what I'm saying? Holding it down. On the
Okay.
1-2.
Oh, it's Marnie. Hi, Marnie.
Hey Marty, appreciate you.
I'm
Let's give
fine.
it to like 3 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
And we'll get
family,
started.
bear with us. We're gonna see if anybody else out there.
Appreciate y'all.
Show do.
Amy better be on though. I'm gonna see her in like 45 minutes.
I guess that means Autumn is down, which is cool.
Best to be
That wasn't
on.
bad.
My man's isn't down. I was trying to put him down, but he wasn't having it. So
Mm,
appreciate you, wife. You up with the man's, like, you know what I'm saying? And you on this. That's love. Up
that
with the
sure
baby and on the
is.
live. Show is. All
Man.
right, let's go. We got 20 seconds and we just gonna go with it.
Then we're gonna just go.
Because we got jobs and other things to
Sure do. Yeah, that ain't a lie.
Other things that kind of do.
Yeah. We should probably have been on like a text brigade, like, go, go, go. Come to the live.
All right, I'm about to send some more real quick. All right, we on 3 minutes. So let's do the welcoming address.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yes, That's My Kid podcast. I'm Asia, he's Anthony, and behind the scenes, we have our producer, Jacob. On Yes, That's My Kid podcast. If you don't know, you better know. We talk all things parenting, childhood development, and the nuances of raising our mixed children. Yes, our mixed children. We hope that you come here and enjoy what you hear, what you're listening to, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe. And if you're here on this live today, go ahead and throw your questions in the comments. Like, let us see live. We'll respond to you. We really appreciate you guys for being on.
That's right. Tell a friend. Put your comments in there. And we live today. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 10.
Yes.
We out here live. Doing it big. You know what I'm saying? This is my new crib. Got it recently.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, boy.
We out here live doing it up.
Not
episode
us lying. 10. Not us lying on the live.
You know what I'm saying? My wife in the other room with the kids. On the other wing of the house.
Right.
So, you know what it is. So, Asia, what's popping, girl? How you doing?
You know, same old. It's a Tuesday, so we're early in the week. Work is doing this thing, being annoying. But I think that it should be a brighter end of the week, I guess I should say. I'm looking forward to a little relief. And also, actually, my brother, he is closing on his house tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited for him. It's actually also my sister's birthday, so shout out to her tomorrow. Yeah, so I guess I'm just kind of like rolling with the homies, you know, just, you know, day to day, same-ish, different day type of thing right now.
I feel you. So, but you mentioned earlier that you was up late last night working.
Yeah, you know how I do.
I thought I was going to die down.
I thought so too, and it's just here. But guys, I don't think I told you. April 19th, I will be going to Arizona. My job is sponsoring our like the seniors. If you get promoted, they sponsor this trip for you to go on, and I chose Arizona, so that'll be a nice little break, a nice
Hmm.
little sunshine and relaxing things to do.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. CT been cold, so you're gonna appreciate Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
How
what's
about
up.
yourself? How has your week been?
My week's been good. My week has been really decent. Yesterday I worked a lot. I worked late, and then my wife and I were up late.
Stop.
What up? What up? What
Isn't
up?
it your
Don't
son's
start.
birthday?
I was just about to get there. So
That's
you
the
just
first thing
gonna
you're supposed to say, though.
you gonna ruin you gonna ruin it. I was just
But
about to
that's
get
the
there.
that's the very first
All
thing
right.
you're supposed to say.
All right, surprise
Take it
over
back.
everybody. Surprise over everybody. Shout out to my little man Aiden. He turned 1 today. If you want to check out our Instagram, check it out. Got some beautiful pictures taken by my lovely wife Amy.
Show some love. Show some love.
And yeah, so he turned 1. It's crazy how fast time flies. But it's good stuff. He was really good yesterday. We took pictures yesterday and we took him today. Yesterday he was cool. Today he was tripping. And but luckily we got some dope pictures yesterday.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's all good.
It looks really
So
good.
yeah, so I'm trying to think. Anything else happened this week so far? Probably, but I can't remember. And it's only Tuesday, so I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
So now let's transition into our what do we call it again? And
what's in your feed?
Yeah,
You
what's
guys
in our
already
feed?
know what's in the
Yeah.
feed. You already
Facts.
know.
What's been trending the most? So we're gonna talk about that. That's like what's in your feed / kind of like the topic, kind of sorta.
Yeah.
So tell us what's in your feed, Asia.
Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. You already know Israel and Chris, and I guess Jada, because it stemmed from that. But I'm not gonna even lie. I was obsessed for a minute all day. It was hard to work because I just had to get some things out. Even like a partner brought it up on a call and was super duper excited. Like,
Oh snap! Really?
yeah, like she's just like, my parents went to a show before of Chris Rock, and he was making fun of them. They walked out, so when that happened, they were cheering Will on, and I was like, no, I don't think he deserved that. Like I was going off on the call, and I was like, dang it, Asia, calm down, because I'd be a little passionate sometimes. I was like, no, like it doesn't make sense. The punishment don't fit the crime, so to speak. And they're just like, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on people, but and I was just like, Lord.
But
but I can't even lie. I'm kind of exhausted. Exactly, right?
Yeah. So you say you're kind of exhausted from it? Just
it's been because it was like a marathon. It was like all day. If you were up Sunday, right, you were on looking at things because you wanted to know all the details. You were looking for it, and then come Monday, it's like we're still talking about it a little bit on Tuesday. Now. I seen Jim Carrey say something about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and Janet Hubert, original Aunt Viv, had things to say. So it's just like the aftermath of it. And it's like, man.
I wonder what she had to say, because she like I don't know what she would say, because I know her and Will reconciled, but I don't know if she was like, man, forget Will, he be tripping.
No, she about that life. She be. Yeah. She was like, I dare somebody to act up, basically.
She probably said that's why they don't got me as a host.
Right.
Like, no, Aunt Viv, that's not why they don't got you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's tough. Yeah, yo, Brandon, appreciate you. See you up here, boy. Yeah, yo, so overall, right? The whole fiasco was just interesting. I guess I'll go with it. So I'm gonna start off by giving like a special service announcement, guys. What Will did, he lives in a different reality, a reality of money, privilege, fame, the top 1% of the top 1%. Don't you think you could go do that, slap somebody and walk off in slow motion?
Right, and smirk at that.
Yeah, and smirk at it as you're walking away. Don't think you got it like that, because it ain't gonna happen in reality. And in our lives, all of our lives, because we're all in the same close enough tax bracket. It's not happening like that. All right.
Bring the mic closer to your mouth. Oh, yeah, sorry, that was a weird motion, but I was just trying to.
Like, you got something you trying to smell? You trying to smell something? They got a whiff coming? Nah, good look though. But But yeah, don't try that in your life, because you'll get arrested, you'll
Mm-hmm.
get hurt, and then you can't provide for your family. You can't
Right.
won't be there for your family. You'll either be hurt, or you will be, and I don't know what your insurance is covering either. So you're going to be financially
Not
hurt.
the insurance.
You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. That's stuff they
You
don't
are.
gotta
That's
worry
the
about.
last thing people are
You know what
thinking
I'm saying?
about, though. Yeah.
Hey, and when you get older, you think like, all right, if I do this, then I got, you know what I'm saying, I may have insurance that's not going to cover this. Then I'll be hurting financially, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so I'll just give that as like a special service announcement. Your life is not their life.
Exactly.
Secondly, to your point, like I'm still partially on the fence, as I don't even know if it's real or not. But
Oh, Anthony.
under the assumption that is real, I agree with you. Like, I thought Will's reaction was so OD. Um,
Extremely.
like, the joke was so mild. Chris said,
The
"Yo,
lightest.
I love you, girl." GI Jane,
Right.
and Will lost it.
But wait,
Will lost it.
but first he laughed.
He was
So
laughing.
Will, I mean, Jada had to say something because at first he
Yeah,
laughed, and so it's like now your reaction is completely different.
he read that body language. That's what it was.
I
Cause she,
guess, but like people, sorry, people are killing me. Like y'all never been called small head, bald head in your life.
come on, bro.
Like your edges was never
Weren't you
missing.
just knocking me like a few episodes ago for being bald?
Sure did about that
Right?
about
You know what
that
I'm saying?
hairline back there, and
Hairline
we
too.
laughed about it though. But we
For real.
laughed about it.
For real. You
It's
know what I'm
like, are
saying?
we different? Like, are
No.
families different where we just play too much?
I don't know, cuz I feel like you're getting rid of comedy to do that. You can't, if that's the case, if that's where we draw the line, I don't want to hear nobody talking about short people, nobody talking about fat people, nobody talking about diabetes, nobody talking about Rodney King, because that shit been a joke for 30 years. Nobody talking
Mm-hmm.
about OJ, nobody talking about murder. I want to hear no other topics. You know what I'm
Also,
saying?
while we're like, because I just thought about it, the fact that people are trying to spin this into like protect black women thing is like I'm all about protecting black women. But number one, don't ever protect me that way because like I have a life to live. I have a kid. I have things
Yeah.
going on. And if something happened to you, am I not supposed to jump in it? Are we all fighting now? Like I'm about to get my ass whipped now. Now my face looking all
Facts.
scarred. I
Facts.
don't know. Do I want to do
Yeah.
that? No.
That's a fact.
But
That's a
then
fact.
also, it's like these same people who are like, nah, stop playing in black women's faces, turn it into that situation. I feel like they were cheering 50 on. If you guys remember Natari Naughton, there's this meme going around. She stars in Power, from
Oh, yes, yes,
3LW.
yes, yes, yes.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
meme
yeah.
going around about her like hairline,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I know people were laughing at it because they think 50 is the funniest person in the world, and he's not. He's corny. He's corny. But
I
nobody
think
was
it's
out
kind of
there
funny.
crying out like, no, no,
Yeah.
please don't talk about her.
Facts.
Why not? Why
I
not?
don't know. I
You
don't
guys
know,
don't want
cuz.
me on my soapbox because I might even turn this into
Bye.
y'all know
This is,
colorism
I was about
with
to get
Will
messy.
light skin behind and then Chris Rock the dark skin dude. So it's just flying.
Yeah. I
Natari
feel you, cuz.
Naughton, dark skinned women, and nobody's like, protect her. She's been
Hmm.
through so much.
What I will say is, I'm not so I know you said like you've been seeing a bunch of caping for Will. I personally on my feeds haven't seen much caping for him, to be honest. I
Mm-hmm.
seen a big mix. I'll say that the majority I've seen is dudes hating Jada more than ever.
Oh,
That's literally what I've been seeing the most of. But in terms of caping for Will, no, I haven't seen so much of that. But all right, so we can stay on this topic, but I want to direct it
yes.
towards
Let's
kids, right?
move it. Mm-hmm.
So how I approached this like overall topic was looking at it from each of their perspectives and seeing how I would want my kid to like handle that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in a Will's perspective, right? If my son were to hear something he didn't like, how would I want him to react? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Would I want him to go off and
Mm-hmm.
just start slapping people, or what? And I'm putting that question to you first. What
Okay.
about your daughter? If she were to hear something, or she's with her man's or whatever, when she's older, obviously, and she were
Mm-hmm.
to hear something that she wasn't cool with, what do you? That exact scenario, we can't
I'll
fully
go.
relate because they're in a
Yeah.
different, that's way different financial brackets and different
Mm-hmm.
social circles and stuff like that. But we'll relate as closely as we can. How would you want Autumn to react?
Yeah. Before I respond, for anyone who has just joined, please say hi or drop your questions in the comments. We really want you guys to engage, and we look forward to your questions if you have any. But to answer you, and I did think about this, I would not want my daughter to be a will, not like because people also turn this into, he's been through a lot. People have been making fun of him. People can only take so much. And they also mentioned an excerpt from his book where I believe he said he felt like a bystander, something to that fact, where he's seen his dad beat up his mom and he felt like a coward because he's never done anything to protect her, and
Mhm.
perhaps now this is his moment.
Stop. Y'all
It's a
reaching.
stretch.
Y'all reaching.
You
Y'all
know what I'm saying?
reaching.
It's a
Bruh.
stretch.
Bruh, if you're doing
Reach.
that, right? Ain't this a man? Yo, hold on. I ain't gonna cut you off.
Mhm.
But it always seems to me that like the people who work on themselves the most always go back to that, or
Mhm.
always get the most people using that as a way to say, oh, that's why they didn't do it. Aren't these supposed to be like the most enlightened people,
Right.
supposedly, based on their portrayal in real life? You know what I mean? They portray
Mhm.
themselves as being these super well put together individuals and da da da. But okay, but then when he act out, now it's, oh, he just had some things back in the day, da da da. Like,
Mhm.
pump your brakes, give it a break. I'm assuming that if he actually was this well together, enlightened person, he would have addressed that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and
I
handle
feel
that.
like people make mistakes and there are, I guess,
Facts.
relapses, but I don't think you can fall on that and now all of a sudden be an excuse because many of us did not know that until recently. He only
Facts.
recently dropped his book. So it's just people are speculating, right? Because who's
Yeah.
actually heard from Will besides that BS apology he put out? Like, we don't really know what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to get back to the question itself, I would not want Autumn to be a Will where she just does not know how to handle her anger or trauma. That could have been a situation that was easily mitigated by having a conversation backstage. And I think Chris would have been well receptive and probably apologized to her publicly. Like, I'm pretty sure he did not know about her situation, which is also not life threatening, or however she may feel about it. Just seemed very light.
Yeah.
But I would also not want Autumn to be a Chris.
Mm.
When I say that, I mean he was super professional, super professional, super professional, which is nice, right?
Hmm.
Like,
Sure.
there's this whole argument, like, don't be acting up and make fun of mixed company. You guys know what I'm talking about, like, don't do this ish for the benefit of others. That's not in our community. But who's knocking
I'm not really.
you?
Yeah. I'm not really subscribing to that necessarily. But
Okay, but stop
okay.
knocking on the table. What are you doing?
Am I knocking? What you talking about?
You kicking something?
I'm about to kick you out.
Okay, so
No,
anyway,
I ain't
back to
knocking
what I
on
was saying.
something.
Hi Kim. I don't know if we said hi to you,
What
but
up, Cam?
to that what I was saying about Chris, if someone ever hits my daughter, boy, with the quickness, she better respond.
Nah, I feel you.
She better respond. And I don't like, even if you just get one lick in,
Yeah.
like, if you got pause, collect yourself. Like, don't don't let them feel like they can just go ahead and hit you and like that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, protect yourself. And I think that's also stemming from the fact that I seen a video recently that Michael shared with us where or with I think Michael shared it with me and I shared it with you guys, but this like white girl in school just started beating up this
Oh, I saw that.
girl and she wasn't
Yeah.
fighting back at all.
You
And then
talking
this
about the
other girl,
there's an Indian chick or something like that, right?
yeah, something,
Yeah.
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 And like the white girl was like just rocking her, like going
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in after, and she was just like, trying to block this her hits
Yeah.
until this black girl came and boy, oh boy, put it on her.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I'm the mom of the girl who's getting beat up, like, you have to do something. Try to fight
Yeah.
back, pick up a weapon or something, like defend yourself until you can get away. Like, maybe you're not a fighter. And I'm not
Sure.
trying to say like that's what you should be doing. You should fight, but you have
Yeah.
to defend yourself and get yourself out of situations. So in that moment, if that means like hit and run so you can get
Yeah.
away, then do that. But don't sit there and get beat up. I would never encourage that.
I feel you. I think when you saying that though, I don't think necessarily that was a situation with Chris, right? Will hit him and turned around and left the situation. So I think he did. He
Okay,
hit him and then but
boy, he would have
what
get
I'm
knocked
saying
in the
though,
back of his head.
but
On
look,
TV.
but if we're going what you just said though, right? And because I'm gonna get to my point with that, it's like I was kind of torn between it. Automatically, I'm like, all right, now you're not gonna stay hit. You know what I'm saying? But for me, to your same point, I kind of feel like I don't know. It's just it depends. So for me, I was like, all right, you're not just gonna get hit and stay hit. But I'm like, where does that necessarily? What environment does that necessarily stem from? It's an environment in which if you stay hit, then you're going to be looked at as prey, right? But
Sure.
then, but then if you're in a different socioeconomic environment, it's like. in that scenario, he walks away. You don't necessarily got to tag him in the back of the head. The situation is basically over. With people in that socioeconomic class, oh, bet you hit me. All right, I'm gonna come for your pocket. You know what
You
I'm
think
saying?
you think he could have clipped him?
You mean an automatic response? He could have swung
No,
at him,
you think he
sure,
could have like
but
stuck his foot out and just had wheel trip?
probably could have.
Just like, all right, I might not hit you, but you're gonna fall
Yeah,
on the stage.
you
You're not
stupid.
gonna walk off all
Yo,
cool.
facts. That shit would have made him look dumb goofy though if he was like tripping and shit. That shit would have looked mad goofy. But I think like in when you get older, and we see it all the time. Like a lot of people don't prescribe to the notion of I'm gonna
Wait
hit
a
you back.
bumper cloud. What you just say? A lot
What
of people don't what?
prescribe to?
Okay.
What you thought I said?
I just sound like you said something else.
What?
All right, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Cheese ball. I'm just saying a lot of people don't prescribe to the notion of hit them back necessarily. If they'll come for your pocket afterwards. That's what they'll hit you at. You know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of depends on the environment, situation, etc. But I am with you. If my son was in that situation, I would hope that he would be able to use his discernment. I mean, I would be like, nah, you knock his ass out, whatever. But
Time
I
and
need him to use
place.
his discernment. Yeah, it's kind of like time and place and situation. Like Will was walking away. He's no longer a threat to you at that point. But yeah.
All right. So then to the fact, are you would you rather he just diffuses in a way that Chris did where, like Will still he was shouting obscenities like profanity, right? Like keep my wife name out your mother. He not even like that. Come on, that's way out of character.
Yeah,
But
that's super out of character.
in that space, would you want Aiden to be like, no, I will. It's cool. We're good. Like dead it right here, for the fact of where they are. Or would you want him to respond verbally in some manner?
I think that I don't know because I don't think there's a right or wrong. I could say what I would do, but I don't know if that would be the right or wrong way to respond.
Mm.
Um, Thinking of how I would do, I probably would just keep talking junk, like going in even more. Then, like, okay, so now I'm gonna go
Because
off
it's
on you. You know what
ammo,
I'm saying?
right?
Because now it was super light. I just said something about GI Jane. Now I'm gonna go off on August. I'm gonna go off on Tupac on you. I'm gonna go off on everybody
Oh
that your wife done put
gosh.
out there. I'm going off on
Oh
them. You know
my
what I'm saying?
gosh.
So I mean, that's real though.
You know what's interesting though? I kind of think, and this is like going off like of our kids, but I see those as two separate topics. Like I know a lot of people are pulling it in and being like, well, Jada's been embarrassing you this whole time, but perhaps like we don't know what their conversations about the relationship is. Like that's their contract. They know what's acceptable for them,
Sure.
right? And so they might be able to handle that. So I think those are two separate conversations that people are like pulling together right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with you. You don't know what anybody's actually doing behind their closed doors and what agreements they come to. But I know when you put it out there for people to judge, and then it's there, and people gonna take it how they choose to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people are gonna interpret it. What they may be into in their agreements may not be prototypical. So people gonna look at it and be like, even if they agree on it, y'all dude's crazy, y'all tripping, y'all on some funny shit. And Brandon's saying that's what I've been saying. Two different things.
They're definitely two different
don't look
things.
At that. Don't look at that. Don't look at
No,
that.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. They are definitely two different things. They don't have to do with this situation at all.
They don't. But I just look. I look at it. If you want to, I look at the whole thing in totality. First off, he ain't have none of that energy for nobody else. Chris is 150 pounds soaking wet. All right. If that was any other host, he wouldn't have had that same energy. He wouldn't have gone through with what he did. I feel like he picked the right. He made a calculated decision, which is fine. You react how you react. You make a calculated decision. Everyone be reaching. No, you be reaching, Brandon. You be reaching.
No. You're right. You're right.
But nah, I feel like he did make a calculated decision though.
I guess. All right. Back to what we were saying. Like you also mentioned earlier that you were taught never to be the first one to be hit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So is that something that you will also teach Aiden, and maybe explain what you meant by that?
Sure. So yeah. So I was always taught you don't be the first one to get hit. If it's a situation where you know there's gonna be altercation, you hit them first. Primarily because usually there's some silly exchange in which someone pushes you, then you push him back, and then he hits you first. That's not a good look because most of the time I think it was when I was younger, I was always like the smaller one. So my first hit was only when I was gonna get off anyway. So so that was pretty much it. But but yeah, I mean, I would definitely teach my son that for sure. Like, why would we do this silly exchange if it's going to result in you getting hit first?
But you don't know if it will result in actually getting hit. You know, a lot of
If
people are
you
all talk.
well,
You know that.
that's yeah, for sure. But I don't know them, so I'm gonna take this how close we are at this point, and you yapping and jumping as a threat to me.
I
And
guess so.
I don't know what people are gonna do, so I'm gonna take you being in my personal space and blaring and stuff, and we got COVID. It'll be 20 years from now, but COVID's
Oh
around you all in
gosh.
my face and stuff like that. I would have him take that as a personal threat.
I don't know. I wouldn't want Autumn to be the first one, or any of my kids, if I have another, to be the first one to actually hit someone.
Mm.
Like, because I don't want them out there starting fights for the sake of it. I don't know, because you can argue all day, or you can just walk away. You don't even have to argue. But if someone does hit you, I would absolutely want them to hit them back, like without
Yeah,
a doubt.
yeah. Now I feel you. I mean, I mean, to each their own in that scenario. Yeah, personally, I just don't want my kid getting hit. Person space
Is
is
a
a threat.
threat.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you, that's how I feel. Like if
in
you're in
your
my
personal
personal space,
space.
I don't know, you're too close, so you could be yelling and then go off just like that. So I
Mhm.
just prefer not to even um, give you that opportunity.
Mhm.
If I could stop it in some type of way.
Yeah.
But that's not the same situation. I wouldn't have my boy go up there, my son go up there and do that. I think that thing was extra.
Would you, for the sake of protecting anyone in the family, and that could be spouse or mom or sister, right? Would you have wanted him to go up there and just say something publicly so that, like, everyone could kind of stop whatever they were doing, like teasing?
So that was a good question, and I was kind of thinking about that before. Cam said you don't have to start a fight, but by all means protect yourself if you feel threatened. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we both agree on that, Cam, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. um, but yeah, I was thinking about that because I also think that the person should apologize in the same manner as you feel that they disrespected you in, right?
Mhm.
So, but with that being said, how I would handle stuff, I'll probably just talk to Chris after the fact. Like,
Mhm.
especially if I spoke to him before, I'll probably talk to him after, like, my man, I told you this before, and now you got to see me because I talked to you about it before. But if I didn't talk to you about it, then I'd be like, yo, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? I would talk
Mhm.
because they apparently do have some form of a relationship. You know what I mean?
Sure, I think a
But
lot of Black Hollywood, know each
for
other.
sure, yeah. So they have a
So,
form of a relationship. They have a much closer relationship than I have with Chris and Will. So
duh, boy, you
they
broke.
facts. They hang out in the same circles. So yeah, I would probably address him after the fact, and I would probably be like, you know what I'm saying, I'd appreciate if you put out an apology or something if I felt
Mhm.
to that degree of disrespect. What about you?
Mhm. Yeah. At this moment, like, I don't know why it just went in my head, but I started thinking, like, I guess as a whole, are we too sensitive? Like, I'll be calling Anthony with my one call at
So
the job.
my guy Brand is all for the smoke. My guy Brand was like, my guy Brand said, "Yo, if I look at Andrea and she give me that look, it's a wrap."
Oh
My
gosh.
guy's taking his head off.
Oh my goodness.
He
No,
said
don't.
he'll deal with it later. He's taking his head off.
No, that's money. That's
He's
you
taking his whole
possibly, like,
scalp off.
that's not even worth it. Not over a little joke, not being that sensitive.
Yo, he like,
No.
you know what? I mean, I understand what he's saying. I'm not doing all that. Um, in their space. Because I feel like I don't know, he's a comedian. It's what he do. Like, what are we talking
Mm,
about? And the joke is
mm.
mega light. And like I said, you didn't know, I didn't know, nobody
Yeah.
knew. She had
Yeah,
alopecia.
people fronting in the comments. It's so crazy how
Stop.
people are such sheep. It's like, well, you don't talk about people when they have an illness, but y'all was all laughing at Chadwick when he lost all that weight, and now y'all felt bad. So is this a response to that?
That's what
Y'all
I'm
just
saying.
feeling bad?
Facts. Facts.
Trying to save face now, like you're
And
somebody else.
nobody knows she had alopecia. And let's pump our brakes with that one even. Chadwick had cancer. She had alopecia. She's bald. Like it's baldness. Nigga, you could call me having alopecia. I don't, but fucking I'm bald. How many
I
how
know. I
many
mean,
how
I
many
can't.
bald jokes do
The
they
thing is,
make
like,
though?
you can't tell anyone to how they should feel about like what it is to lose hair, right?
Sure.
Because it
I know
could
what it's
be
like.
a very boy, you do.
I'm
You right
saying,
about that
I know
one,
what it's like.
body. You right. No, but it might be like a very
Yo,
serious
Amy,
situation.
handle that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Joey, hi. That's Joey.
Joey, what up? Appreciate you, boy.
Um, but yeah, you don't know how people can truly feel about losing
Yeah,
hair, like how hard that could have been a situation for them. So I can't ever say like no, you shouldn't be hurt by such a comment. But I just think that everyone should think about what the response is to your feelings of you being
sure.
hurt, and I
Yeah,
think that you can react in a different way. But
sure.
I mean, to me, it was like I said, when I lost my edges, boy, after I had autumn, those things, boy, it was scalding in his bald, boy. They just coming back, and it's like a little peach fuzz. Like I got gel this shit down, but
That's funny. Yeah. You
I don't
silly.
know. But for some other people, it might be more serious.
Yeah, I feel you. But I mean, that could be said about everything. Don't talk about
Mhm.
somebody's weight. Don't talk about somebody's height. Don't
That's
talk about
true.
somebody's sexual preference. All these are
Mhm.
jokes, you know what I'm saying, that are made on a daily basis, a constant basis, especially by comedians. But
Mhm.
but yeah, so the original question was, yeah, so I wouldn't want him to go up and hit nobody necessarily. If he feels threatened, then cool, then do it. So going
Mhm.
back to
Wait, I'm about to cut you off.
what
So,
up?
um, just because I think this is connected to mental health, right? And we touched on therapy, like I believe in our last episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked this question, but do you think that you'll have your children start therapy as children, or is it just something that you'll maybe speak about and say that it's okay to go to, but have them decide later on in life?
I think I'll have them decide later on in life.
Hmm.
And that is because I kind of feel as though their minds are so malleable
Mm-hmm.
and easily formed and easily influenced
Mm-hmm.
that I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable because I'm not sure about
Hmm.
as an adult, I know I know what's up in my mind.
Yeah.
It's stagnant. You know what I'm saying? It's static. It's not flexible to that degree. It's static. So if I have a therapist, I'm not sure who this person is necessarily and what types of things they may be saying that may be taken differently from a child's mind. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it can be misinterpreted, whatever it is this person is saying, and I just think their minds are too young and malleable at that point. That's my
I
thoughts.
hear
What do you
that.
think?
I think I'm in the middle. Like I hear what you're saying, and I can see that, but I think perhaps it may depend on like what's going on or what
Mm,
happens.
true,
If there's something that was like extremely traumatic that I just don't have the tools for, and
sure,
I think that it would be beneficial for my child to kind of see someone who is a professional in that space. Then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do hear you that there are influences out there that you may not, want to enter into your home, but it might be hard to even have some form of control over that. Like with the therapist, you can, but like when they leave that, your home, go to school,
yeah,
there's like a lot of external influences that are factors that can kind of dictate what your child is learning and absorbing from other people. But
yeah,
I don't know if it will hurt. And maybe that's my stance. Like I don't
hmm
think it can hurt that much or can be extremely harmful to the point where I would just automatically say no, and not
yeah,
think about it.
yeah. I feel you, and I'm looking at it more so from a standpoint of just going. Like when I first started going, it was just for me to go and find out more about myself, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think with one of the scenarios that you just expressed was if something is happening, maybe you see a change or something, or just something is happening and you don't have
Mhm.
the tools, then for sure, no, I'm definitely an advocate in that sense, even for kids, because
Mhm.
if you don't got the tools, you don't got the tools. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just don't know how to handle whatever your child is dealing with or going through. So I
Mhm.
definitely agree with that. But for the sake of just going, kind of like I
Mm.
started going, I wouldn't push it on my kid to just, well, hey, maybe you should start going to therapy
Yeah,
unless it's
yeah.
something that I would see. And now, if later on in life as an adult they decide, okay, something feels different, something's not right, I should probably go get checked out or something like that, then yeah.
What if you feel like your children aren't talking to you guys as parents?
Liana Torres, appreciate you, girl.
Thank you, thank you.
You said what? My bad.
What if it's a scenario where you feel like your children aren't actually expressing themselves to you, or talking to you, having conversations with you, and maybe they feel like they don't have anyone else to talk to? Would you at that point have them see someone?
I've heard of people doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably have to. I don't know offhand. I'd have to ask my wife and talk to her about it, because that could also just be depending on what age it is, some teenage stuff. Because I wasn't talking to my parents like that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's just not what I did. Right? I feel like that's a lot of teenagers don't do. They're
Yeah,
just not
but
gonna be
maybe
talking to
they
parents
do
and
need to
openly
talk
say,
to people. Suicide be at an all-time high, boy. And they'd be like, well, nobody understood me.
"Yeah,
Sorry, that's not.
why, bro? What? Why did you do that?"
Oh, sorry, just no, I can't even take that back. You guys, I joke a
Yo,
lot.
yo,
That was bad.
yeah.
That's bad. Don't nobody come up and slap me.
Yo, you stupid. You stupid. That's funny though.
Oh
But
my
yeah, I
gosh.
mean, I don't think I'd be. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to deal with that when the situation like were to come up. I mean, if it's a
Mm-hmm.
big change and one of my kids went from talking to me a lot to not talking to me, I probably have to
Mm-hmm.
assess it and see if it was just like some teenage stuff, or if they went from, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, if they went from like super happy to goth, like that's back in the day, right?
I had a
Went,
little emo stage
you know what I'm saying? Yo, if they went to
when I wore
that, then
all
I'd be.
black.
If they went all like gothic and emo, then I'd be like, all right, we got to go to therapy, because
Because
this
what
isn't
is
working.
this?
Yeah, facts. So if it's like an extreme change like that, then for sure. What about you?
Yeah, I think I would. Like, if you're not going to talk to me, you need to talk to another adult, and
Yeah,
hopefully someone that I can kind of have like eyes on, in a sense, or just trust, because you can go to any other adult and I wouldn't know, right? I don't want you just seeking out help from some
yeah,
stranger, in a sense. And kids believe they know it all, but they don't know ish. You thought you knew a lot as a teenager, and you're just circulating bad advice.
that's a
So
fact.
if you don't want to talk to me, or your father, then let me find someone that you like, and you could be part of the
Yeah,
process in finding the person. But
yeah, I feel you. Circling back to the original slap heard across the world.
oh
I
gosh, yes,
was
and then tell
thinking,
your little jokey joke.
yeah, I'll tell my joke after when I'm ready. Um,
Oh, okay.
we write each other as a better way to communicate, so they can get their full thoughts out with me without me daddying. That's
I'm
dope.
gonna have
That's a
to
great
start
way
reading
to.
this, because what was that?
That was me trying to. That was me Mayweather in this goddamn comment.
You definitely did, but don't be making fun of
we
him.
yeah
Oh,
we.
don't do that.
I
Stop
could
it
do that
right
now.
now. Oh
You done set the
gosh.
tone. I could do it.
No,
Um,
no, I think that's a really good point.
yeah,
Actually,
that's a
that's a
fact.
really good thing to do, because when I was younger, yeah, I used to write a lot on my porch, and people would be like, "There she go, writing her notebook again." But I actually did, like a
Stoop kids
loner,
afraid to
like
leave
a
the
loner.
stoop. Boo.
Boo! Age, come on and play. No, I want to stoop writing.
Let's take her stuff.
You just went to Hey Arnold real quick. Like,
Facts.
let's take her stuff. Um, but no, I did get a lot of my thoughts out on
Yeah,
paper. I wish I kept some of that, because sometimes I
yeah.
look back and read it and be like, "Ooh, child, you weren't even really going through it, and you thought you were."
Hey,
But
your
yeah,
standards are based on what your life is at that point. You know what I mean?
hmm
Until you go
yeah.
through more things, and your standard is what it is. Um, what was I gonna say about Will? Oh, so one of the
Wait,
things I've been seeing. Oh,
our
you just done?
producer Jacob is.
What do you
I
want?
am going to do that. Our producer Jacob is asking us to ask you guys for your feedback. Do you guys have any thoughts or questions that you would like us to answer?
Yeah. Any thoughts or questions, anyone?
Yeah, anyone?
So, circling back to the writing a letter, I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea. Brandon and my sister have like 5 daughters, and
hmm
yeah, no, it's an amazing idea that I think it works for them. and they have huge age ranges. Like I mentioned on one of the other podcasts, the youngest
Mm-hmm.
daughter just turned 4, and their oldest one is 16, I believe. So they got age ranges galore. So they've kind of been through each of those stages a number of times.
I was
So
about to make a
that's my
smart
point.
ass comment.
Yeah, don't.
Adrian, damn. Yeah, I've been
Hey,
hungry.
you
No, I'm
know what I'm
just
saying? You know
kidding.
what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, that's a healthy, beautiful marriage.
Yeah, that is.
All right. So
It's just
going
because I'm
back
a
to
clown. I'll be clowning
yeah,
too much. But go ahead.
going back to the will thing. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff about people like, do you Will should have got arrested, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel about your kid? Oh, 17, my bad, not 16. Oh, 17. He's right. Um his oldest daughter is 17, my fault. So the question was, how do you feel about your kid in that scenario end up like pressing charges or calling the police?
Um,
Because I've been seeing a bunch of people like, oh, Will should got arrested. A bunch of grown men. I'm saying like he should got arrested. Da da da.
I don't think that's something to get arrested for. I would. So my mom has taught me some things about getting money, right? So do you want to keep this relationship with this person? Is number one. The first thing you need to think about: do you want to keep it? Do you want to salvage it? If not, let's sue. That's what America is all about. Let's sue.
A fact.
As someone of that stature and having all that money, all right, you did it to the right one. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna collect this money.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't seek to have a relationship with you any longer. But if not, then like no, I'm not pressing charges. I don't want that. Like I wouldn't want to see him go to jail, honestly. Not Will. Like Will and Chris, no, I wouldn't want to see them in jail. Perhaps someone else. I don't know. Maybe if I don't like him.
Right, that's a fact.
Will and Chris, no.
Yeah. Now so in that specific scenario, I wouldn't be cool with my son calling the police.
And why? Here you go, toxic.
That's toxic. Yeah, it's toxic. It's toxic to be a man. I forgot. Nah, I wouldn't. Because that's for me. That's just kind of like lame. Like, I just think it's like corny. Like if it's a one-on-one situation like that, and he ain't knock you out, like you didn't respond physically because you didn't want to.
Ate that
like a champ. He truly did. If that was real, he definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I wouldn't want him to call the police. I think that's so lame. I think that's just super
that's
lame.
A good point. Well, I'm pressing charges. Chris is about to be a meme for the rest of his life. Chris kids about to get bullied.
No, I doubt it.
No, are you kidding me?
He'll be a meme, but
you don't think his kids are going to get bullied?
I mean, it's. I feel like
they get bullied for less. Come on.
They're gonna get bullied regardless, though. Even if he wins a lawsuit or not, it's still happening. And it's not like
that's the point, though.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not for him. It's not like I don't need the money. I got more money than I know what to do with. If it's a different socioeconomic class, then sure, so why not?
But I think perhaps it's also about consequences. So you just hit someone and walk away, and nothing happens to you.
Well, that would be the difference, though. I would prefer my son to handle him after the fact, and then because I'm more of an internal gratification. I don't need the money and the finance or something in that situation.
I do.
I'll talk to you.
I'm not above it.
Sure, in my financial situation, then sure, 100%. But if it's just a regular,
nope.
I'll handle you. I'm good with it. I handle
you. There's money for my grandchildren now.
Yeah, if you're with somebody who got money, otherwise you're going for something that's not. You're going for something that's not there. If it's a regular and a regular, you gonna assume for something that they ain't got. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, I would not be wanting my son to press charges. I think that's lame. I think it's weak, and I think it's just a bad look. Yeah, I think it's weak. I think it's a bad look. Cough it up, Brandon.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you though. I feel you, but yeah, if it's the same socioeconomic class, I'm not doing it. But if it's Will Smith doing it, then yeah, I want you to act like your back hurt, like your teeth missing, all that.
Oh, it's easy. I would have dropped to the ground quick.
Facts. That was me for sure, most definitely.
Yeah. You giving me this bread, Will? You wanted to? You thought it was a movie for real? Okay.
That joke was funny. My man walked around in slow motion and winked at the camera.
Right.
And
Wink,
signed
but
autographs when he got back.
all right.
All right, so y'all wanted this
Yeah, so we wrapping this up. At the end of the day,
yeah.
I mean, teach your kids whatever you want to teach them. But I think that the most why are you laughing? Jake's laughing at me. I think the most important thing is that to me, I think Chris may have realized he took it a little too far with the comment. Not that I condone violence, but culturally speaking, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, I don't think Chris though, Joey. I don't think Chris really knew anything about her alopecia. Like it was a very light like joke. But I guess to your point, I do believe that he realized that he hurt someone, and perhaps that's why he did not do anything further. Thanks, Amy girl. Yeah, I mean we're getting that.
I agree with you, Asia. Let me see. Not
what are you gonna
violence,
say?
but I'm trying to reread what Joe said.
Uh,
I got that Mayweather thing going.
oh my gosh. But yeah. I think what's most important in this story, what people tend to preach, but certainly aren't practicing in this moment, is that you need to hopefully like yourself and teach your children how to react to their triggers better, because for some reason Will was triggered,
For sure.
right? Because
sure.
like that was the smallest thing, and I don't believe reacted, and I think Anthony will also say did not react in a responsible way.
I agree. I saw something today that said basically like you can't blame somebody for triggering you. It was the trigger was there already, so you need to do work to address that trigger initially. You know what I mean? Because you could get set off all day if you don't address your triggers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so I agree. I think generally we're pretty much aligned. If not, I'm right.
But you ain't never right.
Most of the time. All right, so let's do this. My dad
All
joke.
right. All right. So this is the first time we're doing a joke live. You guys don't guess until I guess, okay? Let me guess first, and then you guys can guess, and then Anthony can say what it is.
I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds after I say it in order to after Asia says it.
Okay.
To guess what it is, and no, because they probably gonna be googling stuff. Cornballs.
All right. Honor system. Honor system.
All right, here we go. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
On 2 feet, 2 wheels. Why couldn't it stand up by itself? Because it has 2 wheels, not feet. 2 wheels.
All right, she said
why
2 wheels.
Why couldn't a bicycle stand
1,
up?
2.
All right. 3, wait. No, give people
4,
time. All right, you guys gonna guess?
5.
Don't count, Anthony.
I said 10 seconds.
Can you ask the joke again in case they didn't?
All right, I'll repeat the joke. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Wait, do you know it, Joey?
Yeah, you already know it.
Bicycle. Because it's bicycle. It's 2 cycles. Oh gosh, it's about to. All right,
2
nobody else wants to guess. I know.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Because it was too tired.
Because it can't kickstand. Too tired.
Because it was too tired. Because there's 2 tires on a bike.
Yeah.
And it's like tired as well.
Yeah, we get it.
It's like exhausted, physically tired. Like it can't stand up. When you're tired, you lay down.
Yeah.
So the bike, it probably is laying down because it's tired.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
It's too tired.
I mean, the kickstand was a good guess.
It wasn't.
Is that Marty? Marty's like, blah, that shit corny, right? Trash.
Yeah, it was
trash.
It's trash because he didn't get it, but it was, it's a highly
research a little bit. Like, come back with a better joke next time.
You're not getting them though, but you're not getting them.
I got it last week. And I got it another week before that.
And you were super close. Yo, you were super close. And when you said 2 wheels, I was like, I was getting mad. There was like, she felt a good thing on live.
Sweating.
I was about to, even if you said too tired, I was gonna say no. Because the bike was trash. That's why.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
All right. So we've been here for 50 minutes, guys. And a lot of you have been here from the beginning, and we truly, truly appreciate that.
For
So,
sure.
thank you for watching. This is Yes, That's My Kid podcast, and I hope that you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you.
For sure. Appreciate y'all. Check out next episode. Oh, yeah, episode 10. This is episode 10 live. This is our
Oh
little
yes.
celebration. So
Yay.
thank you guys very much.
Yay.
All right. Peace,
Okay.
guys.
Bye guys.
Now we're gonna try and figure out how to
I
turn
think
this
just
shit
hit
off.
end.